to search. Now I could have searched location as well, but let's just put open Blanchard. Anybody who has maybe Blanchard in their name, in their tree, anything of that nature. Now this is my father's side. It says here, my maternal side here. They say maternal, maternal, maternal. So I'm going paternal. Okay. So I do have people that's related to both sides of my family on the Blanchards. Wow. Interesting. Let's start with the closest, but they don't have a tree. So we're not going to go there. We're going to go to Tanya, Grand Rising Tanya. She says 26 centimorgans. She has a great tree to look at. So we're going to look up some Blanchards in the tree and see if they match any Blanchards that I might have in my tree. And that's how we're going to try and do this 8 a.m. So this is my cousin. Yeah, we're 4th to 6th cousins on my maternal side. And you can check the ethnicity, which we'll look at real quick. So we definitely have a connection in some Scottish, Irish. Northeastern is where our ancestors are connected. Nothing in Africa or Senegal. I have some DNA there, but they do not. They may have a little bit of indigenous American in them, so-called here. But let's continue. Definitely Northern Europe, a lot of where we both 50-50 is in Ireland. But, that's how I kind of narrow the ancestor down a bit, okay, if you will. So we're both connected to Paul, who he and I share 29. We're both also connected to Allison, and she and I is 29, but they also have no trees attached, okay? Now, this one has a tree attached at 25, but we're not going to go to these for right now. We'll put this in the back chat. But I'd like to go through them just to see if there's any similarities in surnames that I recognize during I know Morgan. That's her name that keeps coming up. And the further you go down the list, the far back the cousin, the further away the DNA. Okay, so let's go up to the top. There's Nancy Pollock. Remember, we have a Pollock, P-O-L-L-O-C-K in my tree, so I know she's probably the Pollock. It changed it to Pollica. I'm not sure. But it looks pretty interesting. But we're going to go to the top of the heap, King of the Pill, and that is Tanya. So we're going to go to Tanya's tree. That's public, as we see. And do we have any surnames that match? Davis, Johnson, and Wilson are names that both she and I share. Okay, now we could go look at the Davis people and see if that's a connection. In my tree, in her tree, she has Mary Davis twice, possibly a granddaughter, a great-granddaughter, even that's 200 years apart. And I have a Davis from the 1800s and 1850s. Not sure if they're even related, but that would be interesting to see. So this could be her mama, if you will, if they were related, right? So let's just see. That's Kentucky. I don't believe it's my Kentucky. I don't have a Kentucky. But let's see where the grandmama is. Also Massachusetts. Okay, so they went from Massachusetts to Kentucky. It's fair to say. And we're not going to go through the Davises. Let's try the Johnsons. There's 6 Johnsons in my tree. She has Mary Johnson in 1645. I don't go that far back with my Johnsons. So let's just hold off on the Johnsons. Let's see about the Wilsons. Okay, her Wilson's 1600s. Mine is 714. 732 is my earliest Wilson. And is it a male? Yes, John Wilson. So John Wilson could possibly be a son of Helen? Let's see. We don't know. Who do I have? I have his parents here. Don't know the mother. Wow. And they said she had passed. In my tree, John Wilson's wife passed, died at sea. That's all I have for John Wilson's wife. Interesting. So let's go back. I have some hints though, but we're not going to look at those today at the moment. So let's go to her Helen. North Carolina, she died. Her parents is Robert Wilson and Mary. Let's look at that. 1714, the Cochrans. I don't believe I have any Cochran in my tree. I don't believe so. But this is how I would look to see if there's any in my tree. Let's see, maybe this is still her tree. Hubert Lee, these are her trees.
Okay, wait, hold up, pause. Right here, James Hill Holloway Cochran. Now, we got Holloways. Holloway was a slaver. So I have some slave history that we'll bring up with the Holloways. Not to mention, if you look at the beginning of this video, we passed by a match named Cochran.
Okay, so I would look in my tree for Cochran, which I don't believe I have a Cochran in my tree. So let's just do that real quick, and then we're going to move on to the next segment. So
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. zero 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 zero.